Already qualified Croatia take on ultimate underdogs, the Netherlands, who are looking to qualify for just their second tournament finals since 1989. Earlier here in Group D, Turkey kept their qualification hopes very much alive, beating Sweden by 8 to also win the head-to-head against the Swedes. The top 3 teams make it to the tournament finals. Croatia already there, but it's still all to play for between the remaining 3. A Netherlands win puts them through and Sweden out. A Croatia win means Sweden could force even a 3-way tie if they can beat the Netherlands here in the final game on Monday, when Turkey also face Croatia. The Netherlands 2-2 so far, as we've seen. They're within touching distance of qualifying for just their second major tournament since 1989. They won by 7 in Turkey on game day 1, a big upset before the 10-point home loss to Croatia this time last year. In the second window here in Istanbul in November, they beat Sweden by just 2 points before just a 2-point defeat to Turkey. But that was a bittersweet result, as it meant they won the head-to-head over the Turks, something they still have in their locker. They're led by Maurizio Buscaglia on the bench, who's also the head coach of Brescia in his native Italy, having previously been in charge of Reggio Emilia and Aquilo Trento, where he won Euro Cup Coach of the Year back in 2016. Croatia already qualified, a perfect 4-0 so far. They beat Sweden by 16 in Zagreb on game day 1 before a 10-point win in the Netherlands. In the second window here in Istanbul in November, they downed Turkey by 17 before a 15-point triumph over Sweden. All 4 of their wins so far by double figures. They'll be guaranteed top spot so long as they don't lose this one by more than 10. They're led by Veljko Mrsic, who's just won the Croatian Cup with Zadar, having taken on that latest club role last summer. We'll pause now for the 2 national anthems. Croatia sit at the top of the pile, a perfect 4-0 and already qualified for the tournament next year, but the Netherlands are in a 3-way fight with Turkey and Sweden for the remaining 2 places in Group D. If they can do what nobody else has been able to do and beat Croatia here, they will book their ticket to EuroBasket 2022 and eliminate Sweden in the process. Your officiating team from Italy and the Czech Republic for this one here. The second of the 2 games on this court at the Besiktas Arena here today. The final 2 games in the group come your way here on Monday. Netherlands start with Williams, Karadze, Hamming, Kok and Kloof. Charlon Kloof, who has been their key player through this qualifying campaign, averaging team highs of 16.8 points, 2.8 assists, 1.5 steals, as well as a team second best 5 rebounds, and shooting at 42% from the perimeter. Gerrit Franke averages 15.8 points. He doesn't make the starting 5 for coach Maurizio Buscaglia's team. Also Italian League Coach of the Year back in 2015. He took on the head coach job with the Netherlands in 2019 with a view to taking them to EuroBasket 2021, which of course is now EuroBasket 2022. Marcinkovic, Brankovic, Bilan, Mavra and Šakić, the starting 5 for Croatia. Miro Bilan, their leading scorer and rebounder through this impressive qualifying campaign. 12.3 points, 6.8 boards, shooting 65% from the field at centre. Željko Šakić, one of their best performers, averaging 11.5 points, 6 rebounds, 3.5 assists. And Pavle Marcinkovic, who in the last game against Sweden in November led the way with 20 points, 8 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds, 2 steals and a block for Valko Mrsic's team. Before his most recent role with Zadar in his native Croatia, he had time in charge at Bilbao in Spain and at Cedevita Zagreb, where he won 3 league titles and 2 domestic cups. There is the man who has the big responsibility of trying to fire the Netherlands to EuroBasket 2022, Charlon Kloof. He carried them close to a big win over Turkey in the last game, losing by just 2 points. He fired 17 off 5 of 9 shooting, had 8 rebounds, 3 assists and a steal as well. The Netherlands so close, but yet so far from the win, but did win the head-to-head tiebreaker. And there is still the possibility of a 3-way tie in this group if results go a certain way over the remainder of this evening and Monday. And that 3-way tie would come if Croatia win here and then Sweden win the game on Monday against the Netherlands. Turkey, Netherlands and Sweden would all be on 2 wins, providing Croatia also beat Turkey on Monday. But for now, the equation to look at is relatively simple. The Netherlands looking for a win that would punch their ticket to EuroBasket 2022. No nerves, no pressure, no problems for Croatia. They haven't had to call upon any of the truly big names, with the job already done over the first 2 windows. A chance to spread minutes around, give experience to some role players and some younger players. They are the 14th ranked team in the world, already assured of their place at next year's tournament finals. The Netherlands, though, 30 places below them in the FIBA rankings. But no, an underdog win against the two-time bronze medalists would secure just their second finals appearance in the last 15 editions. The Orange Lions looking to roar in the penultimate game of their EuroBasket 2022 qualifying campaign. It is Croatia, however, who start with the ball. They work it around the perimeter and then back to Mavra here with 10 to work with on the shot clock. He tries to bump bodies with his opponent to create some room. Netherlands force the defensive stop on the first possession. Then Kloof trying to find a teammate far side, passing lane blocked off and the ball deflected out of bounds. Still Netherlands ball, having only taken 4 seconds off the shot clock. High screen, then the roll inside from Koch. Trying to grab the ball on the baseline, lost the handle on it. Turnovers for both teams in the opening 30 seconds or so. And what an effort to get back in transition defense to deflect the pass beyond the baseline from Leon Williams. Point guard who plays his club basketball in the Netherlands with Groningen. He's been an ever-present throughout this qualifying campaign. Mavra to inbound for Croatia. Again, plenty of time here. Drezniak. Now Mavra. Bilan attacking one-on-one down the lane, forced into the miss. Croatia's leading scorer in this campaign and going on the burst to the basket, creating some room and travelling coast to coast, Mohamed Karazi. The Netherlands with the first score. Although Karazi off the back of that with a call he doesn't like. We'll see it here as he bumped bodies with Shakic. Bilan. Mavra. Worked around the perimeter for the wide open three that's off the mark from Drezniak, the 21-year-old, but put back in at the second chance scoring opportunity by Bilan. The experienced centre picking up the pieces after the miss from the youngster. Croatia up and running. It's taken around a minute and a half. Williams, then the three-point shot, far side, too long. Dominic Mavra, 26-year-old point guard. Travelling all the way under the hoop. They try and work it around. Bilan in the high post. Off it goes. Mavra around the high screen. Back to Bilan on the bounce. Far side, little jab step. Still can't create the shot they want. 6 to shoot now. Mavra with the Netherlands trying to keep up. Block those passing lanes. Block those angles. And plug the paint and force the turnover. An excellent team job on defense. Kloof to the far side. And work it around. And back again to this side to Williams. Karazi. He's called for a travel as he looked to put the moves on his opponent. High intensity, but low scoring first 2.5 minutes. Maverick to the far side. Just one score apiece. A head fake and then back towards the baseline, using his body to beat his opponent and putting in Miro Bilan. Out comes the screen from Koch and a foul. As Kloof looked to go around it. Again, this time it's Croatia with the big effort to get bodies in the passing lanes. Mateo Drezniak. Still Netherlands ball, and still time on the clock, 10 to shoot. Clove on the bounce. Shot clock winding down. They've got to get the shot away. They're not aware, and it's a violation with the shot too late from Karazi. Not many points in the opening 3 minutes, but plenty of tight and intense defense. Oh, he wasn't ready for the pass. Željko Šakić. Such a frustrating one on the bench. A complete misunderstanding between the players. Croatia turning the ball over for the third time already. The Netherlands have 3 turnovers as well. Trying to manufacture room to operate here, and there's very little room on the floor for either team. Clove. And then Williams, and a travel again, and a 4th turnover in just over 3.5 minutes for the Netherlands. And yes, it's an error on offense, but the intensity and persistence of the defense is planting that seed of doubt in the minds of the offenses and forcing those errors a little bit more. Neither offense able to find any kind of rhythm so far. Long range 2 that falls short from Bilan. Charlon Clove, can the Netherlands top scorer get their second score? Passes on the responsibility, and it's an offensive foul now against Shane Hamming. So 5 turnovers in just over 4 minutes for the Netherlands. He threw out that left arm. May well have been the screen from Karazi as well, but not sure who the foul was called on. Looks like it's on Karazi for the screen. Mavra moving it back to Šakić. Attacking strong before falling almost into the front row was Željko Šakić. That's how hard these two teams are having to work for a score. Take a seat. Croatia by 4. A big, determined effort to the basket from Željko Šakić. Williams on the left-hand dribble drive, blazes through a seam and scores. It's taken nearly 5 minutes, but the Netherlands have their second score. Mavra to Šakić. Midway point of the first quarter. Deep 3-point shot. Nothing but nylon for Željko Šakić from distance. Croatia by 5, and he's got the last 5 points. Williams. 3-point shot to try and answer back off the mark. Rebound Bilan. Croatia looking to open up the first real bit of breathing room here with the score. Bilan setting the high screen, gets it back after the pick and roll, suffocated on his route to the rim though. Netherlands trying to take advantage of that in transition with Clove. He spins down the baseline, attacks strong, confronted mid-air, blocked off, grabs his own rebound, and still they can't get the score. Mavra will slow it down. They'll play in the half court after that fast passage of play. Bilan. Guarded by 2. Trying to find the open man and did. Lovely play from Bilan. Rejection, but a whistle. It was the pass of Bilan that made that opportunity possible in the first place. There was the mid-air confrontation. Pavlo Marcinkovic rising to disrupt Clough. Timeout.
So first, we don't run the line. So we need to pass the ball to push down the defense, okay? So like the first trailer, and then Hito you on the second, and more reversal. Okay? Second, when we call a horse, double eye, or ball screen, 4 in the corner and motion. Okay? Last dribble, most passes, we need to spread the floor. It's okay. Exactly. And more L down and zipper option. On D, guys. You have to force the screen and deny them who pass. And you big one, push on the ball.
Croatia in control of the group. A perfect 4-0 record, and so far in control of the Netherlands, limiting the Orange Lions to just 4 points in over 6 minutes of play. Croatia up by 7. The Netherlands have the ball off the back of the timeout. Can they finally find their rhythm? Clough. And an offensive foul. The last thing they wanted off the back of that timeout. It's been an opening 6.5 minutes plagued with turnovers from the men in orange. I make that their 6th. Croatia had 3 early on, but haven't had one since. That was a big body check, taking out Maverick. Croatia's defense has been superb, putting bodies on the line, sticking touch tight to their opponents, blocking passing lanes, not budging an inch. Maverick, they'll try and stretch their 7-point lead here. Maric to the far side, 3-point shot, falls short. The Netherlands will want to run in transition before that Croatia half-court defense can set. They're forced to put the brakes on the fast break this time. Final 3 minutes of the first quarter. Absolutely nowhere to go, but a foul on Croatia. Let Charles Clough and the Netherlands off the hook this time. Maric with the foul. It's the first from Croatia in the game. Franca, he's going to take the drifting 3. It was a good line, not long enough though. Rebound secured by Van der Verst de Vries. Netherlands will go again with Clough. Putting and probing, Franca, their second top scorer. And then from the strike, the turnaround mid-ranger. Off the mark, rebound ripped down by Šakić. Filipovic. Šakić again. He's swinging across via Maric to the far side. Looking to stretch this largest lead now, Croatia. Šakić for 3. He's doing the business here in the first. Željko Šakić has 8 of Croatia's 14. It's a 10-point lead after 8 minutes. Schaftenaar on to Van der Verst de Vries. Out of bounds, this time it will be a Netherlands possession. But it's in danger of getting away from them already. Just 4 points in over 8 minutes of play. In comes Shane Hammink. Shaftanar back, further on by Hamink to the far side. Shaftanar going across to run interference, rolls inside to receive the pass, shoots over the top of his close opponent. And even when they work the ball into a decent position, Croatia have a body within touch. Good defense from Šakić, who's provided plenty of offense, and that time provides the pass for the burst on the far side from Marcinkovic. And he'll go to the line to try and extend this double-digit lead. And they're not too far cut adrift, but it is a problematic position for the Netherlands to be in here. Croatia giving up absolutely nothing. The officials are across to take a look at this foul. It's a very quick look. You can see there the appeal from Marin Maric for it to be called unsportsmanlike. Seems like they've kept the initial call, which is a regular foul. And Marcinkovic goes to the line for two. So the lead for Croatia is 12 after 8.5 minutes. First points for Marcinkovic. The drought is getting worse for the Netherlands. Van der Verst de Vries. Can they change it here? Into the lane, in traffic, and he stops the rout. Ten the advantage again. Bounce pass into the lane, back out, far side. Here he is again, locked and loaded and hitting the target time and time again. Željko Šakić. A fabulous first quarter performance. Croatia by 13. Van der Verst de Vries into the lane, had it stripped away by Maric. 11 points for Šakić now of perfect shooting, including 3 of 3 from three-point range. Matching the 33 on his jersey. He's already just about at his average of 11.5 points for this qualifying campaign. Maric running interference, setting the pick, rolling inside, stripped away before it reached him though. .9 seconds remaining in the first as Croatia commit their third foul. The previous basket from Van der Verst de Vries was the first points for the Netherlands in around 4.5 minutes of play. They were trailing 6-4 at the midway point of the quarter. Off the back of that, a 13-0 Croatia run before the Netherlands got back in business. Franca's knocked down the foul shots here off the back of what was called an unsportsmanlike foul on Marcinkovic. So they have possession, the Netherlands, as well. And that's a kind break for them, having fallen behind by 13. The door left slightly ajar by Croatia for the Netherlands to make it look a little bit more possible at the end of the first if they can convert here in the final 15 seconds. They'll try and make it a single-digit game. Yannick Franke gets a good look for three, and he hits it. Big shot and a big moment for Franke for the Netherlands. That one off the mark, so despite such a problematic quarter, they're only down by 8 points. Croatia 19, Netherlands 11 at the end of one. They're struggling to shoot the ball, the Netherlands. Croatia doing very well in that regard. But their defense was superb, at least for the first 8.5 minutes. It was a slow scoring start for both teams. Each and every point hard earned. And then the Croatian defense went to the next level, completely disrupted the Netherlands offense. Netherlands only had 4 points in over 8.5 minutes. And had gone around 4.5 minutes without a single score. But then were able to put up 7 points in the final 77 seconds of the quarter. Their chances of qualifying here on this floor tonight resuscitated at the death of the first. And that was off the back of a 13-point unanswered run from Croatia when it looked like they were going to end this one early. And the key man in that regard, the number 33, Željko Šakić, who's a perfect 4 of 4 from the field. En route to 11 points, hitting 3 of 3 from downtown. You go to the official EuroBasket app you can download on your smartphone, get all of the videos, all of the news stories, all of the live stats, and all of the drama. There will be plenty of it over the course of this weekend. There already has been here. A fabulous first matchup on this floor in Istanbul to start the third window. Turkey beating Sweden by 8 points to avoid elimination and to take the head-to-head over the Swedes by a single point. Franke prodded away. Can he recover? No. A turnover for the Netherlands right at the start of the second. Turnover's a big problem for them in the first. They've committed 8 already. See the 5 on floor for Croatia as they look for the first score of the second. Filipovic gathered in just about by Krušlin. And then the first foul of the second comes on Van der Verst de Vries. Turnover from Croatia in the far corner. An opportunity for the Netherlands to close a little bit further, a gap that's been as many as 13. Van der Verst de Vries directing traffic from this side. Goes around the screen, gets a free path through the paint and goes all the way. And they've scored now 9 unanswered points to respond to the 13-0 Croatia run. Nice backdoor cut. And what a shot from Filip Krušlin, getting bumped in traffic, able to keep his concentration and provide a moment of quality off the window. The foul on Shane Hammink and a chance at a three-point play for Filip Krušlin. That stops that 9-0 run from the Netherlands. Croatia up by 9. Tight defense again from Croatia, this time from Filipovic. Van der Verst de Vries recovered the handle on the ball. Hammink. Franke. It is a foul this time, but you have to admire the defensive diligence from Filip Krušlin. are giving the Netherlands nothing easy. Van de Vries. Shot clock down to 5. Bounce pass inside, just about gathered in. He almost lost it, Roland Schaftenaar, the veteran. 7 points the gap. Filipovic. High screen from Bilan. Far side. Baseline drive, little adjustment. And the miss, but a whistle. Decision goes against Rocco Prikacin, the 18-year-old power forward. Had 8 points in the game day 4 win over Sweden. Playing just 13.5 minutes. That's his second foul here. Van de Vries. Really starting to pull the strings now. This time pulls the trigger and it falls short. Croatia looking to run a half-court set. Bilan rolling inside, back out to the perimeter it goes, battling his way to the basket far side, turning the ball over though. Little Euro step to create a bit of room. And that was enough for the Netherlands, who have had more than enough to mount a big comeback from 13 down to within 5. And the timeout called by Veljko Mrsic on the Croatia bench.
Svaki pik prema sredini, u redu. Hoću da ste tu u visokom dropu i ne iskačete tu. Znači,
able to hang and hit. And the Netherlands are hitting back after a slow start. Shane Hammick, the score, getting the better of 2 Croatian defenders. They trailed 19-6. Since then, an 11-3 Netherlands run. Off the back of the timeout, 2.5 minutes into the second quarter, Croatia by 5, 22-17. Šakić, the leading scorer in the game, moves it on this time to Krušlin, who's off the mark. Offensive rebound though, and a fresh 14 on the shot clock for Croatia. Bilan, looking to post up perhaps, poked away, forced beyond the perimeter. Krušlin takes it with a couple of seconds remaining and backs it in from long range. Filip Krušlin. When the points have dried up for Croatia, Krušlin comes up with the goods. They lead by 8. Van de Vries. Hammick back to the number 1. He'll take on the 3. Bilan the rebound. And a travel called. Under pressure. Trying to bring the ball away. Croatia turn it over. Maverick, who immediately felt his opponent and was forced into taking an extra step. Off the back of that, Roland Schaftenaar. Getting himself in the way on the perimeter and called for an offensive foul. In fact, it's on Franke. Either way, it's the 3rd on the Netherlands after 3.5 minutes here of the second. spin, using his body and his strength and his quality and his composure. Miro Bilan, brilliant. Croatia back up by 10. 6 points for Bilan. That's going to be a 2 if it goes, and it does for Van der de Vries. Reduces what had been the second double-digit lead of the game for Croatia, having been up by as many as 13. Bilan back out, Šakić. Around the perimeter it goes to Krušlin. Behind the back pass to Bilan, looking for the handoff. Krušlin again, feeding it back towards Bilan. And they picked that off with Franke, then lost it. Not helping themselves at times, the Netherlands. And coming up with the goods off that broken play, Miro Bilan. That's 8 points now on 4 of 7 shooting for Bilan. Croatia back up by 10. Van der de Vries. It's another turnover for the Netherlands. They had reduced the turnover count, or limited the turnover count, I should say, after a really difficult start in that regard, but a couple over the last couple of minutes. And this is the one that we saw a graphic for a foul on Franke. And that was the 2, the long-range 2, which was certainly feet on the line from Van der de Vries. Looks like that's what they're looking at, but there was no doubt he had perhaps both feet on the perimeter line. Croatia up by 10 again, 29-19. Approaching the midway point of the second quarter. And the Netherlands just trying to stay in the fight here, knowing that a win would see them to EuroBasket 2022, but to get that win, they have to end the perfect record of the Croatians.
And a Quito match day, okay, on the line, bottom and side, and you stay front. It's not enough, more pressure, okay? When they set the top roll and we switch, you go down and match up the corner, okay? Let's go, come on.
Let's go, baby, let's go. Keep fighting, keep fighting. They love.
Let's look at that play again. The 2-pointer from Van der de Vries. He's got 6 now to lead the way for the Netherlands. 3 of 5 shooting from the field. Midway point of the second, 10-point margin. Croatia a chance to try and extend it here. Dominic Maverick. They're swinging around the perimeter to the far side. Low catch, quick adjustment with his opponent right on top of him, but a miss from Željko Šakić, who hit each of his first 4 shots in the game for 11 points in the first quarter, so that his first miss. He was 3 of 3 on the outside before that one, but the pass didn't help him. They get the opportunity to stretch the lead from the stripe, though, off the back of that, with Miro Bilan fouled and at the line for 2. A chance for Bilan to hit double figures as well. He put up a double-double in the last game against Sweden in November. 14 points and 10 rebounds, including 4 offensive rebounds. Might well be on course for a double-double evening again. Nine points, 4 rebounds so far after just 15 minutes. Croatia by 11. Here's Clove trying to get going. He got the basket to drop, but the foul came first. The basket won't count. Charlon Clough, 0 of 3 from the field, scoreless in 8.5 minutes, having averaged 16.8 points through this campaign so far. Foul on the floor, so the inbound, Van der Vries. Trying to battle down the lane, his teammate, but disrupted and in transition. Nice pass out, but Marcinkovic clings onto it, waits for the cavalry to arrive. Croatia could tie or surpass the largest lead here, but an offensive foul instead, pushing off on his opponent from Dominic Mavra. Plenty of turnovers have crept into the Croatian game as well. That's 10 for them. Netherlands have committed 12. A big 4 minutes to come here at the end of the first half for the Netherlands, and on the burst down the baseline, foul trying to finish on the reverse. Charlon Clough looking to finally get going. The foul on Bilan. Netherlands have been on 4 fouls for a while and been able to resist the 5th. Croatia have surpassed them now at the foul limit. Any fouls for the rest of this half from either defence will send the opposition offence to the foul line. The first to benefit here in that regard is Charlon Clough, although he was fouled on the shot as well. He misses, and he's still not scored. He's just been superb for the Netherlands in this campaign so far. This is uncharacteristic of him, but he gets the first point on the board. 10 points the gap, 4 minutes of the first half to play. Šakić up against Clough. Spins into the double team, passes away from it, but also away from his teammates in between two of them as he tried to find an open man. Van der Vries. Get it back from Koch. Looking to work with the number 33 again. Fires it out into the hands of Clough. Into a packed paint, but he got his first field goal to drop. Charlon Clough on his 4th attempt. The Netherlands back within 8. Looking to mount a comeback over the closing minutes of the first half. Mavra. Bilan there for company, goes the other way to the corner, 3-point shot, rims out, Bilan under it on the boards. Able to tip it to his teammate at centre court. A fresh 14 on the shot clock. Šakić again after the missed 3-pointer. Passes back out to Mavra this time. He wants to go on the crossover to try and break down his opponent. Pirouette into the paint, can't get the score. Can Netherlands grab the rebound? They can. And they'll come away with it. 3-point shot this time. No. After just hitting his first field goal, Charlon Clough off the mark from deep. Šakić, far side, spins baseline, lost his balance, but he stepped on the line and turns it over. It's turnover number 12 from Croatia to tie level with the Netherlands now. The Netherlands committed, I believe, their first 6 turnovers in the first 6 minutes. They've slightly improved in that regard since. It's Clough for 3 again. And he keeps on missing. Just 1 of 6 from the field now. He's got a couple of good looks on the perimeter over the last minute. Mavra around the high screen of Bilan, he moves back inside. Mavra again, 8 to shoot. Bilan wants to post up, waiting for the entry pass. It goes back to Šakić on the elbow. Hand in his face and a block. And the pirouette away at centre court, bounce pass. They'll look back out to the perimeter, locked and loaded. Franca for 3, no. The Netherlands have created 3 good looks on the perimeter now. In the last few moments and missed all of them. Bilam up against his opponent, forced into the miss though by Van Zergeren. Kloof. A minute and a half to play in the first half. Kloof trying to take it on the inside this time, but it popped away from him and his teammate. And despite keeping themselves in the game, they still haven't really produced a big run, the Netherlands, to reel Croatia back in. We'll have a timeout with around a minute and a half to play in the first half. Croatia leading by 8, 30 to 22.
Guraj se iz komfortne zone. Neću da 2 lopte zaredom izgubiš. Neću, ti si puno bolji igrač da ti se to dogodi. Miro, ovo moraš da ruša si ga dobro, čvrsto, nema veze. Nema veze, hoću faul koš, hoću faul koš. Slušajte, ako su u zoni, idemo ovako. Ovdje.
Points really hard to come by for both teams now. The rejection from Karazi that time to deny the leading scorer in the game, Šakić. Bilan forced into a miss underneath. Only 11 points for each team in this quarter. Netherlands only produced 11 in the first as well. Croatia 19. And that's the 8-point gap right now. No doubt their persistence, dedication and tenacity has kept them very much in the ball game when at times it's looked like Croatia might start to pull away. They've led by as many as 13. And if the Netherlands can overturn the deficit and upset the odds, they'll be going to EuroBasket 2022. Final minute of the first half approaching. Croatia by 8. Shifted on to the corner, 3-point shot, got it! Filip Krušlin from downtown. It's an 11-point Croatia lead. Karazi around to Franke. Franke going baseline, attacking Krušlin. Back into the hands fortuitously of Franke. Van der Verst de Vries, shot clock to 5. He takes the shot from way beyond the setting sun. And Netherlands back within 8. Unlimited range from Van der Verst de Vries. 12 or 13 second differential between shot and game clock at the end of the first half. Šakić with the shot clock at 5 now. Šakić wants to take on his opponent. Tough shot, off balance, grabs his own rebound and a whistle. 13.8 to play in the second quarter. Second foul was called on Charlon Kloof. He's had a really disappointing half here. The man who came into the game leading the Netherlands in several categories. He sent Željko Šakić, tonight's leading scorer in this game, to the foul line to add to his tally. Hit his first 4 shots for 11 points, but he's since missed his last 4 in a row. This is his first trip to the foul line. He makes them both to take his tally to 13 for the game. Croatia by 10. The Netherlands will try and create the final shot of the first half. Will Kloof keep on firing? He does. Take the 3 and he's fouled on it. That is a big break for Charlon Kloof and the Netherlands. And a bad foul from Marcinkovic. Kloof hadn't been hitting his shots, just 1 of 6 from the field. And 0 of 3 on the outside, but he gets 3 free throws here. It's really not happening for him. 1 of 3 at the line now. The second is good. And a third would make it a palatable deficit for the Netherlands at the half if they can shut down Croatia in the final 3 seconds. It's an 8-point margin. Clove will go to the bench, with it all being about defence now. They have to travel the full length of the floor, Croatia, in 3.2 seconds. Filipovic comes in. Cinkovic set to inbound. Gets it into Krušlin. Krušlin towards centre court. Oh, and it almost went under pressure from 2 opponents. A couple of feet inside his own half. But the Netherlands survived that particular scare. And they've kept themselves in with a chance of securing their EuroBasket 2022 place here tonight. They trail Croatia by 8 points at the half, 35-27. Got a really good percentage on the interior, the Netherlands, but struggling from distance. Croatia shooting at 42% on the perimeter, knocking down 5 threes. And they have the better of it on the boards, including 5 offensive rebounds to the Netherlands 2. They've had 1 less turnover as well. Led by the 13 points of Šakić, who's hit 3 threes. The Netherlands led by 9 from Van der Verst de Vries, who's knocked down the deepest shot of the game. It was a slow start from both teams. Not many points early on. In particular for the Netherlands, who only scored 4 in the first 5 minutes, only 6 in the first 8 minutes, but then put up 7 over the final 77 seconds of the first quarter. When it looked like Croatia might get away, they'd gone up by 13 points, the Croatians. With Šakić a perfect 4 of 4 from the field early on, including 3 threes for 11 points in the first quarter. But the Netherlands were able to resist and repel and battle back. They got close before Croatia opened up another double-figure lead. And they've been trying to battle their way back ever since. It's been tough against this tenacious Croatian defense, though. The Netherlands held to 11 points in the first quarter, and Croatia put up 19. The second quarter tied even between the two teams at 16-16. So Croatia carry that 8-point advantage into half-time. Van der Verst de Vries has done well for the Netherlands, inside and out. Željko Šakić hit his first 4 shots, but then missed 4 in a row after that. Franca's knocked down a 3, but the Netherlands have struggled from the perimeter. Just 2 of 9 so far. And the other one came from way outside. From this man there, Van der Verst de Vries. That time getting past the defense to the basket. And that time the pass inside for his teammate Rulen Šaftenar. At centre for Croatia, Miro Bilan has played a big part as well. Behind the 13 points of Željko Šakić. Bilan setting the screen here. Has 9 points. And Filip Krušlin has 9 as well for Croatia. Three-pointers really important for Croatia, hitting 4 of them. Bilan, the man doing it on the interior. battling his way to the basket that time. Miro Bilan, 4 of 8 from the field so far. Turnovers are being costly for both teams. It was the Netherlands early on, and then Croatia caught them up. Take a look at the leading scorer for both teams. The number 1 has been the number 1 so far for the Netherlands. Van der Verst de Vries, the 19-year-old guard showing plenty of promise with 9 points. And taking on a big responsibility with the Netherlands down in a hole, having trailed by as many as 13. He's provided a real spark, hit 4 of his 6 shots, including 1 3. 9 points, 2 assists, and a bundle of energy. That one was a 2, feet on the line. He absolutely made sure that his 3 was a 3. How far away was that? But the leading scorer in the game is the Croatian number 33. Željko Šakić, 13 points in 17 minutes on court. 11 of those 13 came in the first quarter when he hit all 4 of his shots, including 3 of 3 on the outside, but he's since missed 4 shots in a row in the second quarter, where his only points came from the foul line, where he's 2 of 2 so far. But in the game, 13 points, 4 rebounds and a steal for the 32-year-old power forward. He's got 3 of Croatia's 5 3-pointers in this game. And that sees them out in front at the half with an 8-point lead as they look to remain perfect in Group D, already qualified and hoping to go to 5-0.
Oh, nice play. Get out of here, says Jacob Wiley. Jacob Wiley says, not in this house. This may be your house. Big time block. Jacob Wiley. Put that on the highlight reel.
Would have wanted to try and put this one to bed as early on as they possibly could. Oh, the alley-oop, and it's thrown down with one hand by Roman Sorkin. Well, let's have another look at this. Down the other end of the floor, Tamir Blatt, just perfect pass.
Spisu for 3. Got it! Beautiful play. Put the defender completely off balance. Putting his defender on his backside, just ripped him one way, then the other, and great.
As Shamadini gets a touch finally, kicks it, and that's what it leads to, the 3 for Sanadze. That's why it's important. Shamadini gets these touches.
Keller again with the screen. Does he force Matt? No. Banking off the glass. Magnificent. Oh, just in the circumstances.
Plenty still to be decided in a low-scoring affair here. Croatia with the 8-point edge, helped by 13 points from the game's leading scorer, Željko Šakić. Croatia know they are already at EuroBasket 2022, aiming to get there with a perfect record. The Netherlands led by 9 points from Van der Verst de Vries. They're looking to go to just their second tournament in the last 15 editions. Just their second since 1989. And they will be there if they can turn this around from what has been as much as a 13-point deficit and get the win this evening. And if they could complete the comeback, they would eliminate Sweden in the process. And that would mean Croatia, the Netherlands and Turkey have their places confirmed at EuroBasket 2022 before we even play the final round of games on Monday. If, however, Croatia keep hold of this lead and beat the Netherlands, it'll be all to play for between those other nations in the final game. He's been excellent, the 19-year-old who plays his club basketball with Oostende in Belgium. Many of his teammates will be celebrating because Belgium have today booked their place at EuroBasket 2022. The Netherlands' closest neighbours. Now the men in orange are hoping to do the same. If they are going to do it, they've got a lot of work ahead of them. Down by 8 points. Improved in the second quarter after a really difficult first, but they need to improve again in the third. What they'll be happy about, I guess, is that they're only down by 8, and Charlon Clough hasn't got going at all yet. Their leading scorer over the course of this campaign. 16.8 points on average for the number 90. So far, in the first half here, he's only managed 5 points on 1 of 6 shooting. This is a Group D contest. The top 3 of each of the 4-team groups make it to EuroBasket 2022. At the end of this, the 3rd qualifying window. The automatically qualified co-hosts of the tournament are Czech Republic, Georgia, Germany and Italy. Belgium have got there today. Greece, Russia, Ukraine, Serbia, Hungary, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Croatia, Israel, Slovenia, Spain, Poland, Finland, all there. 17 of the 24 places taken. Still 2 places to fight for, to be split between 3 teams here in Group D. In the final round of games here on Monday, Sweden will take on the Netherlands first, and then Turkey will take on Croatia. It may all come down to those 2 games to decide the fates of the 3 nations, with Croatia sitting comfortably at the top of the pile. With his first touch in this qualifying campaign, Antonio Giordano, the 21-year-old shooting guard, gets us underway. Wearing the number 41, Croatia start the second half with the ball and with an 8-point lead. You can see the 5 on the floor for the Netherlands. Mavra on the ball for Croatia now, hangs it up towards Bilan. Back out to Giordano, on it goes to Šakić. Work it around, shot clock winding down, shot away in time but short. And a defensive stop to start for the Netherlands here in the third quarter. There's the 5 on floor for Croatia, the bottom left of your picture. Netherlands trying to be careful with the ball. Kloof had the opportunity to fire the 3, eventually passed on for the deep shot from Franke. 2 big scorers for the Netherlands through this campaign, each only have 5 points so far here, Franke and Kloof. And a confident Kloof perhaps would have taken that one on the near side. That one short as well into the hands of Williams. So no score yet for either team at the start of the second half. Long range 2 will go for Yannick Franke. So it's a 6-point game. Franke has 7, just his second field goal. Mavra. Bilan looking to post up near edge of the paint, receives it now. Up against Šaftinar, the veteran. 2 veterans going body to body. And a foul on Šaftinar. Bilan with 9.6 rebounds in the game, 3 offensive rebounds. He's been crucial to Croatia throughout the course of this campaign. Šakić, who's been crucial as well, especially tonight. Mavra. Down the baseline, back to Šakić, 3-point shot once more. 5 misses in a row now from Šakić, but an offensive rebound from Giordano and a fresh 14. Mavra poked away, able to regather the ball. Shot clock down to the final 4. We've seen 1 shot clock violation already. Šakić inside though, couldn't get the roll and the drop, but he does earn the trip to the foul line. Taking on the scoring responsibility for Croatia here with the shot clock winding down. And a chance now for Šakić to add to his game-high 13 points. He puts Croatia back up by 8, as was the margin at the half. Croatia's first points of the second half, taking over 2 minutes. Franke, he pulls the trigger on a 3 over the top of Bilan and over the top of the basket as well. Šakić quickly down the floor. Netherlands have to shake off that disappointment, scramble back in transition on defense. They move it around the perimeter, Croatia to the corner. Šakić, only one thought in mind, misses the 3. They can't reel in the rebound. 2 teammates getting in each other's way. They have to dig deep on defense again. Corner 3, opposite side this time. That one out as well. 3rd chance scoring opportunity for Croatia. The Netherlands not helping themselves, not protecting their own backboard. Šakić over the top. Can they finally grab the ball? They do. And they'll come away with it in transition down the floor. Look at the offensive rebounding count in Croatia's favour, 8-2. Hard enough playing against a team with Croatia's quality in shooting the ball, but to give them second chance scoring opportunities time and time again and not to grab any of your own makes this a really complicated task for the Netherlands. Still time to put it right, only down by 8. Williams still in their possession, but only just. A low-scoring game and a low-scoring start to the third quarter in particular. Just 2 points apiece. Nice pass inside, and the score, and one. Mohamed Karatzi off the wonderful feed. In traffic, slicing through the heart of the Croatian defense. Second foul on Mavra, a chance to close the gap to 5. And he misses the and one, so it's a 6-point margin. Bilam. Going to work, edge of the paint. Bilam posting up, looking to kick back out, not on the same wavelength as his teammate. And a big effort to get back and make sure that Netherlands couldn't get a couple of easy points in transition. It's not happening for Croatia in the second half, though. Just 2 points in the opening nearly 4 minutes. 13 turnovers apiece now. Franca passes on to Clove, shot clock down to 5. Charles on Clove into the lane this time, flips it up, and he's fouled on his path through the paint. He'll keep on coming, keep on believing in his ability. Only 1 of 6 from the field for his 5 points so far. Franca's only 2 of 7. He'll take another one here, and he gets hit on the shot. And will go to the line for 2 to try and make it just a 4-point margin. Netherlands having trailed by 13. In the narrow defeat to Turkey last time out, he had 14 points on 5 of 8 shooting, including 2 of 3 from downtown. He averages 15.8. Shooting an impressive 63% inside and 33% from long range. He actually led the Netherlands in their game day 2 defeat to Croatia, albeit with only 11 points rather, and 3 assists. He was 5 of 11 from the field in that one. 2 big foul shots to reduce the arrears to 4 here, 4 minutes into the second half. Bilam escapes the pressure at centre court. Mavra. Bilam calling for the entry pass, receives it against 3 in the paint, and a foul. That's 3 fouls on the Netherlands. Croatia already up to 4. Only just over 4 minutes into the second half. Any further fouls from the Croatian defense will send the Netherlands to the foul line for the rest of this quarter. Further encouragement for the men in orange. That's the Croatians on the ball at the moment, though, with Šakić. Fizzes the pass far side. Open look for his teammate. Had to slightly adjust, catching the ball out to his left and missed the shot, Marcinkovic. Dart to the basket, forced away from it. Circus shot wouldn't go for Clove, who's now just 1 of 7. Cross-court pass. Giordano gets the defense flying past him. Back out. Šakić locked and loaded. Missing a game. Bilam big on the boards, but it won't count a foul. Šakić hit, as we've said several times, his first 4 shots in the game. He's now missed 8 in a row. Bilam trying to help him out off the back of the latest miss underneath. And got fouled in the process. It's a second foul on Franca, so both teams on 4 fouls now, and any further fouls from either defense for the rest of the quarter send the opposition offense to the line. 4-point margin here, midway point of the third. Mavra. Far side it goes. Lovely spin back down the baseline. He'll keep on shooting, he'll keep on missing though. 9 misses in a row for Šakić after hitting his first 4. 2 points for Croatia in the quarter. Bilan blocking that cross-court passing lane. Only 6 points for the Netherlands, but it's enough to close the gap. Down to 4, with just over 4.5 minutes to play in the third. Such has been the scarcity of points in this game, it almost still feels like 4 points is a decent lead. The Netherlands will try and make it even closer here, though, with Van der Vries. Shot clock to 3. The teenager going to the edge of the paint, can't find the angles on the backboard. Offensive rebound, though, only the third of the game for the Netherlands, but it still wouldn't drop for Karazi. Off the back of that, a foul on Van der Vries. And even though it's a foul on the offensive rebound attempt, it goes down as a defensive foul, which means Željko Šakić will go down the other end of the floor to shoot a pair and to try and put his recent shooting misery to the back of his mind. He's a perfect 5 of 5 at the stripe, although he's now only 4 of 13 from the field, starting 4 of 4 but going 0 of 9 since. Croatia by 6. Just over 4 to play in the third. Franca, little up fake, steps in. One-legged floater from the elbow, misses. Croatia ball. And we had a bit of an offensive firecracker first on this floor. Now a defensive duel in the 2 games here in Group D today. Filipovic. There's an offensive foul against Bilan. Now, the offensive foul takes Croatia to the limit, but it doesn't send the Netherlands to the line. Only fouls on the defense. It's the moving screen bumping into Van der Vries. Second foul on Bilan. Franca steps in, moves it on. Šaftanar, can he get it to go? He can, off the rim, off the window, they'll take it. Any points are good points right now in this low-scoring affair. Netherlands back within 4. Krušlin, guarded by Olof Šaftanar. 3-point shot will go for Goran Filipovic. A big basket on his first appearance in qualifying. It puts Croatia up by 7. On the bounce to the basket, with contact and with the conversion goes the veteran Roland Šaftanar. After the 3 from Filipovic, the Netherlands looking to answer back with a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Bilan's gone to the bench here, having picked up a 3rd personal foul. He's the first Croatian to pick up 3. Mohamed Karazi, the only player with 3 fouls for the Netherlands. It is once again a 4-point margin. Netherlands hoping for a win that takes them to EuroBasket 2022. Swedish players, coaches and fans no doubt watching on, biting nails. They're eliminated if the Netherlands win. Krušlin to the far side, and travel called rather than the foul. It's another Croatian turnover, their 15th of the game, which is now 2 more than the Netherlands. Two and a half to play in the third. They could make it a one-possession game here, the Netherlands. They've chipped away at what has been a sizable deficit, but they've turned the ball over. Just when I was talking about their improvement in that regard, that's their 14th turnover. They stepped on the far sideline. Filipovic. Gets it back, the 24-year-old point guard, and then gets fouled by Francis, who will go to the line for 2 because Netherlands are at the limit. It's a third personal on Yannick Franca as well. He joins his teammate Mohamed Karazi. And his opponent Miro Bilan on 3. Nobody on 4 in the game. Croatia have led for pretty much the entirety. They lead by 6 here off the foul shots from Filipovic. 2 minutes of the third to play. Nice footwork, nice dribble, nice pass as well for the 3 that goes brilliantly for Olaf Schaftenaar. The Netherlands halved the deficit and they're within 1 possession. Only their third 3 of the game. Croatia can't reply with one of their own. Now they're looking to get within a whisker, maybe even tie the Netherlands down the floor. 1.5 minutes to play in the third. Here goes Williams to the far side. Van der Verst de Vries. And a foul called on Drezniak, which will lead to free throws for the Netherlands to try and get within 1. Those Swedish nails are disappearing the way the Croatia lead is. It's a 1-point game. The foul shots from Yito Kok. Croatia have led by as many as 13. They've scored just 9 points in this third quarter, though. Just over a minute of it remaining. Shot clock winding down, spin to the baseline, shot fell short, but bounced so kindly for Maric. Croatia by 3. Final minute of the third. Ball was kicked. It will remain in the hands of the Netherlands. Croatia have led for all but 24 seconds of this game. Only the 1 lead change very early on. Corner 3 for the tie from 13 down. The Netherlands are level and believing they can make it to EuroBasket 2022 tonight. (46-46) off the big corner 3. The first time they've been level since the opening moments of the ball game. And the last time they were level, the score was 2-2. They're not level for long here. Krušlin at the line, where Croatia are almost impeccable. 13 of 14. How crucial that can be in such a tight, low-scoring game. With so many tough shots from the field. Free throws integral, and 14 of 50. That's 93%. Krušlin up to 11 points on a personal note. The second top scorer for Croatia. Nominal differential at the end of the third. They're forced back out with 3 to shoot. Nothing has gone for Clough. Fit well at the buzzer though. What a way to give the Netherlands the lead from 13 down as they beat the third quarter buzzer. Charlon Clough, their top scorer in this qualifying campaign, had hit only one of his first 7 shots before that one. 48-49 at the end of 3. They've improved that three-point shooting percentage, now better than Croatia, who've been doing well in that regard, with 5 in the first half, but only 1 three-pointer for Croatia in the third quarter. A three-quarter in which they really struggled on the offensive end. Just 13 points, Croatia. Having had an 8-point lead at the half, it has been overturned by the Netherlands over the last 10 minutes. The Orange Lions producing the best offensive quarter for either team through the course of the game. 22 points. And getting their main offensive weapons firing. Franke, that time passing on to Schaftenaar, who's come up with some big shots, and then Clough, of course, with the huge shot to give them the lead finally in the final milliseconds of the quarter. That's the only 3 for Croatia since the break. They've taken many, and they've missed most. And the Netherlands are the team now with the lead and with the wind in their sails. Here we go, start of the fourth quarter. The Netherlands within touching distance of a place at EuroBasket 2022. They start the fourth with a 1-point lead and the ball. And a trip to the foul line. Van der Verst de Vries playing a huge role. The 19-year-old had only averaged 5 points, 2.5 assists in 14.5 minutes. Across the first 4 qualifiers. Already tonight, with the majority of the fourth quarter to play, he's played nearly 18 minutes, scored 9 points, and done so on 4 of 7 shooting. This is his first trip to the line. He's up to double figures for the game. He's dished a couple of assists as well. And the Netherlands, by 3, make it their largest lead of the game. And look how they celebrate the Croatia turnover. A big effort on the defensive end. They've shown their character as well as some quality here tonight. Down by 13. And now looking to open up the first little bit of breathing room in their favour. Karazi trying to split a couple of defenders. It's Croatia ball though. Krušlin. Filipovic. Shot clock winding down to the final 5. Filipovic just can't get free. Try to squeeze it around the corner, but they run out of space, they run out of time, and the Netherlands are turning the screw on defense. They smell it, they sense it, they certainly believe in it. Play by play, second by second, they're getting closer to a quite wonderful achievement. We'll have a timeout with 9 minutes to play.
Šakić i Bilan za Marića i Krušku. Slušajte, prva obrana. Imaju Karazija i ovoga. Idemo 2-3.
.48-51 in favour of the men in orange as we come back off the timeout. It's been a wonderful second half for them so far. 9 minutes to try and continue it. They've outscored Croatia 13-24 since the main break. They have the 3-point lead and the ball. And they have maybe not 1 foot, but 1 toe at EuroBasket 2022. Deep 3-point shot. Rims out, offensive rebound though. They weren't grabbing those in the first half, they have been in the second. They'll take a 3 again. They'll miss again, this time Bilan back on the floor, protects the backboard. That's a key component, returning to the floor for Croatia, having picked up his 3rd foul and been sat on the bench for a while. Bilan looking to get back in business on the post-up, but he's fouled by Karazi, who picks up his 4th. So Karazi, the first player in the game, onto 4 fouls and walking the disciplinary plank. He'll go out for now with 8.5 minutes to play. Netherlands' first foul of the quarter. Croatia have committed 2 already. Maverick trying to edge his way to the basket. Draws the attention of the defense, kicks back out. Missed 3-pointer though. They're really struggling from the perimeter in the second half. And here's Kloof not hanging around on the trail. 3-point shot. Netherlands double their advantage to 6. Edging closer to the tournament finals. Shaftanar with 9 points, perfect on the perimeter. Bilan. There's a foul, I think, on Williams, the number 5. 2 fouls on both teams now, here in the 4th. Now, what a dramatic day in Istanbul. It may yet have a few more twists and turns. Not just for the Netherlands here, but for Sweden watching on. And Turkey as well. A turnover from Croatia for the 19th time in the game. This final 7.5 minutes will impact all 3 of those teams, hoping to qualify from this group behind the group leaders Croatia.
defense, okay? And you, Olaf, you move in this side. Hito, you set up on the ball screen, okay? Meanwhile, Leon play the ball screen, one and one overload. Okay, Kai? Okay, so one and Shalom overload. Okay? You play him and you Olaf on the weak side shot. Come on.
Let's go.
They've gradually got better and better the longer the game has gone on. That's an ominous prospect, not just for Croatia here, but even more so for Sweden, sat watching on. With 7.5 minutes to play, if the Netherlands win here, they will punch their ticket to EuroBasket 2022. They will confirm a ticket for Turkey as well, who beat Sweden earlier on this floor, and Sweden would be eliminated. Yeah, that's a big miss. It would have made it a commanding lead with 7 minutes and change remaining at 9 points. It sticks at 6. Šakić trying to get his shooting radar set right again, having experienced a remarkable downturn after a red-hot start. The foul had already come, though, on Leon Williams. That's his third. Željko Šakić passing off, three-point shot. Mavra got it. Croatia halved the deficit. They're just trying to protect their perfect record in qualifying. They know that they're going to the tournament finals next summer. Far more on the line for the Netherlands, Turkey and Sweden over these final 7 minutes. Deep three-point shot to try and answer back. That one rims out into the hands of Bilan. And Croatia looking to tie or get back within a point. Mavra, far side. Passes it on. They'll slow it down again. Bilan had the chair pulled out from underneath him. Poked back though. Mavra on the burst to the basket. Slices through. And what a finish on the reverse from Dominik Mavra. And from 6 down, Croatia within a whisper. This one is going right down to the wire in Istanbul. Spin in the lane, past his opponent, misses the shot though, Clough. Still struggling from the field despite a lovely move. And then a foul as Croatia come down the floor swiftly, trying to get the lead back. It's on Van der Verst de Vries. Dresniak to inbound. Šakić. One-on-one, edge of the paint, going to work, skips through the lane, shot falls short though, good one-on-one defense, forcing the miss. The Netherlands up by 1, looking to go all the way, drawing the attention of defense like moths to a flame and kicking to the corner for the giant 3 to Yannick Franke. What a play from Van der Verst de Vries, the teenager pulling the strings. Franke up to 12 points. And the lead at 4 for the Netherlands. He leads his team in scoring now. That one well short. They'll try and save it on the baseline, but to no avail. Five and a half minutes. 5.5 edgy minutes. Midway point of the final quarter. The Netherlands maybe looking to take on a 3 again. It's Franke once more. Big time back-to-back baskets. And the Netherlands have opened up a 7-point lead. Bilan backing in, lost it. The Netherlands in the driver's seat. And steering the wheel is Van der Verst de Vries. the young point guard. Here he goes again, the 19-year-old. Floater from the foul line this time, misses. Bilan wrestled the rebound off his teammate. 4.5 to play. They almost drop it far side. Recover, they'll go again. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Bilan, the handoff on the perimeter. Croatia down by 7. Mavra got free down the lane and scored. Makes it a 5-point game. A couple of scores in quick succession for him. And there's a foul on Drezniak, who's had a bit of foul trouble all game long. Picked up his first couple early. That's his 4th. 5 points. It's a slender lead in any game of basketball, but it's far less slender in this one, when points really have been at a premium. It's a healthy bit of breathing room, but it doesn't take long for it to disappear still. The Netherlands have to maintain this maximum intensity that they've played with throughout the course of the evening. Both teams at 4 fouls now, so any further fouls for the rest of the game from either defense send the opposition to the stripe. Franke. Van der Verst de Vries. That was the 3rd foul on Kruislim. Shot clock to 5. Far side, goes for it. Still can't get it close, but they get a second chance scoring opportunity. Lovely pass far side from the point guard. Contested long range 2, doesn't drop. They'll battle for the rebound again. And Karazi goes down with bodies bumping underneath. It's been played with that kind of tenacity throughout. Get a closer look at that here. He tries to rip down the rebound. 2 Croatians trying to take it off him. And then a little thrust out of the arm from Filip Kruislim. Knocking his opponent down to the deck. All in good sporting spirit. It is Croatia possession. They'll try and make it a 1-possession game again, with just over 3.5 minutes to play. Dominic Mavra. Onto the far side via Šakić. Bilan. Almost poked away from Bilan. Recovered the ball. Finds Šakić far side off the broken play. Open for the 3. Misses. Offensive rebound once more. Marcinkovic. But it's Netherlands ball. Turned over underneath in the end by Pavle Marcinkovic. Three and a half minutes and 5 points separate the Netherlands so far from a place at EuroBasket 2022. Slipped inside underneath, was caught and fouled. So Netherlands will go to the line to try and make it a 3-possession game. The number of possessions really does seem so significant, even with 3 minutes to play, because the points have been so hard to come by all game long. Yuto Kok at the line. Just a couple of points all game long. They'd come from the stripe, hitting his previous 2, but he misses the first there before hitting the second, so it remains a 3-possession game. Or a 2-possession game, rather, with 3 minutes to play. Mavra. Guarded by Franke. Mavra taking his time. Shot clock down to 5 here. Pulls the trigger on a 3. Falls short into the hands of Leon Williams. He'll take his time here, wait for his teammates to arrive, knows the clock is the Netherlands' friend, directs traffic from deep, and they'll play in the half court. The Netherlands trying to manage the game effectively to book their place on the plane to EuroBasket 2022. Charlon Kloof hits the shot with Šakić right on top of him. In a tough night, he's kept on firing and has come up with the goods when it matters the most. Netherlands by 8 and closing in on EuroBasket 2022.
Napravit ćemo na ovaj način. Petica radi blok za 4, odlazi i dođi na blok na loptu. Ok, blok na loptu, prati unutra, ovaj se diže. U bonusu su. Ok, idemo pametno, slušajte.
What about the heart of Charlon Kloof to just keep on bringing it? He'd hit just 2 of his previous 11 shots before that one. But it's a big contested basket that stretches the lead to 8 points and 3 possessions. Under 2.5 minutes to play. The Netherlands under 2.5 minutes away from the tournament finals next year. Don't write off unbeaten Croatia just yet. Šakić finds a way into the paint, misses the shot. Bilan on the boards, can't grab it. Group D is almost done and dusted. But 2 minutes is a long time in this sport. Sweden's hopes of making EuroBasket 2022 now hanging by a thread. Eliminated if the Netherlands win. Turkey set to celebrate as well. Karazi back out, lost the handle on the board. Williams gets inside and scores! The teardrop to make it a double-digit lead for the Netherlands for the first time. And it comes with only 1.5 minutes to play. Look what it means to them. What a big rebound for Karazi, kissing the ball. They are pretty much there, barring an absolute implosion. Leon Williams at the end of the shot clock now, lost it, and that will be a violation. But they're still up by 10 with only 66 seconds to play. So many ways this group could have gone today. Incredible, really, to think that we started the day here in Istanbul with Sweden hoping to secure their ticket to EuroBasket 2022 with a win over Turkey. And now they're on the brink of elimination.
Tranzicijski Spanish. Ok, dođi na desnu stranu, Miro, gore, u redu, Šaka, otvori se tu, ovdje imamo...
We saw there on the graphic in the timeout the difference between Croatia today and in the previous 4 qualifiers. Well below their usual figures. Just 55 points from the Croatians. They've been held to just 7 here in the fourth after only 13 in the third. Their offensive output has been restricted more and more the longer the game's gone on, from 19 to 16 to 13 to 7. And by contrast, the Netherlands has grown. Final minute. The Netherlands up by 10 though. So many complex equations that might have materialized heading into the final games on Monday, but it's all nice and simple now. The Netherlands win, sees them through, sees Turkey through, and sees Sweden eliminated. Only an 8-point gap with less than 40 to play. No real attempt for the steal from Croatia. The Netherlands just taking those precious seconds off the clock. And it's a violation, and they don't mind too much. 19.3 to play, they're up by 8. Karazi not happy that he didn't provide the emphatic finish, or at least that the emphatic finish wasn't allowed. The shot was taken after the shot clock expired. Here we go, final possession, perhaps. Filipovic. Back out, one more shot for Šakić. They can celebrate with the hearts of Orange Lions. The Netherlands will go to EuroBasket 2022, just their second major tournament since 1989. And beating Croatia here in this qualifying campaign, handing the Croatians their first defeat. They see Turkey through to the tournament finals as well, and sadly see Sweden eliminated. Croatia will be there with them, knowing their place was already secure. But what an effort from the Netherlands when it looked like it might have got away from them in the first half. They struggled to score, just 6 points in the opening 8 minutes. They trailed by 13 at that stage, but they chipped away at that sizable deficit, and now an outpouring of emotion. All of their hard work comes to fruition. Smiles all round from the men in orange, who left it all on the hardwood in Istanbul today. And this group has been decided on the penultimate game day. It was a huge team effort, particularly on the defensive end, to hold Croatia to just 57 points. And some big stat lines on the offensive end as well for them. 15 points for Yannick Franke, who only really stepped up in the second half. After Franke and Kloof, their two top scorers, had struggled in the first half. They gradually heated up, Franke in particular. 15 points for him, 4 rebounds, 3 assists and 2 steals. Kloof ended up with 10, albeit off 3 of 12 shooting, but 2 huge shots, and he grabbed 9 rebounds as well. And they had 11 points, 4 assists from their teenage point guard, Van der Verst de Vries, who was superb in such a high-pressured situation. Veterans stepping up as well, like Roland Schafftenaar. And they knock down threes at will in the second half, making 8 altogether in the end. But it was their defense that really got the job done. They forced 20 turnovers on the Croatians. Made the unbeaten team have to work so hard for each and every score. Netherlands leave with nothing left in the tank but a ticket to EuroBasket 2022. It was a huge shot from Clove when hardly anything else had fallen for him. A step back three to give them their first lead at the buzzer at the end of the third quarter, having trailed by 13. Željko Šakić had led the way of all scorers in the game with 17 for Croatia, as well as 10 rebounds, a double-double on the losing end. 11 points apiece for Krušlin and Bilan, who also had a double-double with 10 rebounds. But Croatia, at the top of the group, dropped to 4-1. Far more significantly, the Netherlands rise to 3-2, which sees them to EuroBasket. They've been to 15 EuroBaskets previously, although just one of the last 14 editions, when they put up a 1-4 record in Croatia in 2015. Well, tonight they beat the Croatians to join them at EuroBasket 2022 next year. Sweden eliminated, and Turkey, who beat the Swedes by 8 points on this court earlier, are through to the tournament finals as well. It's been a pleasure having your company here in Istanbul.